Welcome everyone. Awesome to have you guys here again. Hopefully you've had a wonderful day and grateful that you've, given us your time to join us this afternoon, and hopefully we can educate you on some of the things that we've found out this week or that we've known, and been reassured through the things we've been studying.
And we can break the rules again. So we like breaking the rules.
Rules are to be broken.
I agree.
Find out following the rules is the worst way, that's for sure. You got no
Following
chance.
the rules does not get you ahead, right? That's my little bit of advice for today. So again, we're going to break the rules tonight. You guys know that we do things a little bit different. We're going to show you some highlights of current events that are happening right now. Maybe some things that are going to probably shock you, and probably, so make sure you're sitting down. Make sure you got a comfortable seat and a cup of tea. But we're going to kick off. And I'll give a little intro on myself, and then I'll hand it over to Ryan. So as you guys know, I was a coach for 10 years. I lived in Perth in Western Australia, and I just got tired of working inside four walls. I believed that I was worth more than what I was making, and I just made a conscious decision in 2020 to go all in online, and to really start to move with this business. And it just happened that, in 2020, this business fell into my lap. A good friend of mine in the US approached me about it, and I said, if it's gold and silver, it makes sense. The number 1 and number 6 asset in the world by market cap. And I took the bull by the horns, and I ran with this business. We opened Australia, we opened the New Zealand market as well. And things have been amazing since then. I've moved back to New Zealand. I'm at my home farm where I grew up. So there's been a lot of stuff that's happened, lots of fun stuff, fishing, doing all the things that I did when I grew up. And I wouldn't be able to do it if I didn't have the power of residual income. So I'm super grateful, and I'm super grateful to be able to share this message with you all and be here and be able to present every Thursday. This is the second to last presentation for the year. We've got our Christmas edition next week. So we're going to be releasing some stuff.
Santa Claus.
We're going to be maybe putting a Christmas hat on if I can find one. I live out in the sticks, so if I can find a Christmas hat, I'll put a Christmas hat on. I don't do the Christmas thing really too much, but I'll put a Christmas hat on for you guys. But I'll pass it over to Ryan, and then we'll get started.
I'll try and convince some guys to dress up as Santa Claus, full outfit and all, I reckon. What a way to end the year. No, but thank you guys. Like Cole said, my name's Ryan. I'm a high school teacher by, profession, trade, whatever you want to call it. And I guess when Cole approached me about gold and silver, I knew nothing whatsoever. Being a teacher, I knew that the pharaohs were buried with it, and it was a relic of the past. Kings and queens had it and stuff. But that's pretty much only, how far the schooling system teaches the students and the people. So I didn't really know anything whatsoever about it. But I trusted Cole and decided, oh yeah, why not? Let's do it. And forever truly am grateful that I took that plunge and did it, and learned along the way. And now I can comfortably say I've learned a fair bit about gold and silver, about the monetary system, and I'm truly grateful that I'm here today. And I guess I now understand why they probably don't teach us at school. But we won't get into too much about that. But before we get started, as always, we're going to show the assets by market cap in case you are like me and don't know anything about gold and silver. And just to correct Cole, guess what, baby? Silver's jumped back up to number 5. So it's not number 6 anymore. It's not number 6. So it's jumped back up to number 5. And top assets by market cap at 22.86 per ounce on spot price. And as we always say, we consider it, and a lot of other people consider it because of its industrial use, the most undervalued asset in the world. So silver at 5, gold's at number 1. So, and a long way at number 1, $9 trillion plus dollars at number 1 spot. So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about assets that are the number one in the world, the number 5 by market cap, and then probably the number 1 in the world being the most undervalued asset in the world. So if you're unsure what top assets are by market cap are, this is basically where all the wealthy are putting their money. So it's the top public companies, precious metals, cryptocurrencies, ETFs, all that, and it just lists them by market cap. So market cap is how much money has been put into, I guess, that company, that precious metals, those cryptocurrencies. So I just wanted to touch on that. Is there anything you want to add on to that, Cole?
Yeah, I think it's important to understand this as well. Like Ryan's saying, like money doesn't just disappear, it transfers. And when you understand that, the key for us is to be on the right side of where the money's moving to. So as you can see, you want to be involved in things that, or projects that are presenting opportunity, but not only presenting opportunity, they have solidity. So like gold and silver has solidity. Silver has a lot of use cases, utility. Gold is looked at as a store of value. And it has been for many, many years, as you guys probably know. If you don't know, now you know. It's really powerful, and having the ability to utilize these two amazing assets as a product line is just incredible.
Yeah, and one thing I also want to touch on is you can see here that it tells you where the company's from or based. Oh, just click on something. I'll go back. Sorry. So you can see gold and silver, they're not tied to any country. There's Microsoft, Apple, all USA-based countries, Taiwan, China, France. So that's where the companies are tied to or based around. Whereas gold and silver, it doesn't have no country. Like we say often, it's God's money. It was here before us and it'll be here long after us. So I just wanted to highlight that point as well, because I think it's very important to understand that. So we've started to show people lately the USA debt clock, because I think, again, this is extremely important to understand and to know and to realize, because obviously we deal in fiat currency. We're taught, put your money in a savings account, save, keep out of debt, blah, blah, blah. But if we look at the stats and stuff like that, doesn't seem to be that majority of people are keeping out of debt, because if you don't understand it yet, fiat currency is debt. That's how it's created. The only way it's created is through debt. So the USA national debt clock at the moment is $31.4 trillion. It was 31.3 something last week. So, it's just skyrocketing again. So this is how much debt the USA is, and I guess in debt. And if you don't think, oh, it's the USA, it's got nothing to do with Australia and New Zealand, every single fiat currency is tied to the US dollar. So back in 1944, the US dollar was as good as gold because it was tied to gold. And then fast forward to 71, when Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, it became backed by nothing. And this is where we are today, because people can just print. And that's why we have, I guess, incredible inflation that we're feeling at the moment. So I just wanted to highlight this. Is there anything?
And that's why the numbers are moving so quickly.
Yeah, exactly. And you look here, you can see the money supply 21 trillion. So they're just going to print more and more. I wouldn't be surprised if this was, 31.5 next week. So I just wanted to highlight that. And if you're still not quite unsure, to put into comparison, I want you to think back to 2008 when the GFC crash happened. All right, GFC crash happened. It was a hard time. It was a tough time for anywhere in the world. Wherever you went, it was struggling. People lost their jobs. People lost their houses. People lost a lot. People still haven't recovered since then. And that was what? 14 years ago. And this is what the US debt clock was at that time, $10.9 trillion. All right. The year before, in 2007, it was actually 9 trillion. Then obviously with the bail-ins, or the bailouts, sorry, they had to print a lot of money to bail out some of these big businesses, big banks. And that's why it's gone up to nearly 11 trillion. But 11 trillion is nowhere in comparison to what it is today. So I just wanted to put that into perspective, just to get you start thinking about, I guess, fiat currency and stuff. We've already touched on inflation and talked about those in the other presentations. So if you are new to this one, maybe look back at some of the other ones. We go in a bit more detail, but we want to touch on a bit of, I guess, something different today. So we're trying to get through this a bit quicker. So is there anything you want to add on to that, Carl?
It's all about peace of mind. A lot of people don't see these things, and these things tend to be swept under the carpet. And I think bringing this to the surface will help people understand the importance of actually stabilizing their position, and looking at their finances and making sure they're saving in something that's stable. There's something else I wanted to add in terms of, we know it's Christmas, we know it's the holiday season. Guys, try not to get distracted, because when we have a holiday season is quite often when things get pushed through. Things behind closed doors, things get pushed through when we're distracted. So stay focused, keep your blinkers on, make sure you're staying plugged in. It's really, really important.
Yeah, I think so as well. And I think also another thing also just to touch on this is showing you what fiat currency is, and they obviously print more and more and more of it. So your mindset should be, why would I save in dollars that the government can just print? And if we look at the median income in 2000, it was $32,000. Now the median income is 36. So it's gone up a big whooping $4,000 in that 22 years. So we're getting paid in currency that's not actually going up, it's losing value. They print lots of it. So we're going to have to find other ways, either to make more money and also to protect and, I guess, grow our wealth. So I just wanted to touch on that. And that brings me to, I guess, the next thing that we wanted to talk to today is, so we're going to look at, I guess, savings accounts. Because as a teacher, like I said, they tell you, save money. The best way to get ahead or to secure your family is to save money, is put money in the savings account. So we're going to look at, how much money people have saved on average in Australia, how much, I guess, the interest they can get in growing their thing. And then we're also going to look at, I guess, how much it would take to retire and how much you need to have in your so-called superannuation or in your savings account. So we're going to look at the saving account statistics today. So on average, Australians have around $28,000 in savings, and they save around $702 each month. So this is the average. So obviously, there's going to be a lot of extremely wealthy people that are going to be putting in a big chunk. And then majority of people are not going to have anywhere near this. And this is what this article here, which I'm just going to touch on straight away, is there's a more realistic figure. The bank said the figure was likely skewed by larger deposit holders and pointed to more realistic figures of $3,500, where the median is between $500 and $20,000. So I just want you to think of your savings account right now. Do you have $28,000? Are you saving $702 each month? Is that you? If that's not you, then we're not considered in the medium or the average class. But there's a lot of other things I want to touch on and through here and explain. So
I think the discipline as well is important to touch on. People really lack the discipline to create the habitual behaviors to actually start saving. Number one, I honestly think why would you save in something that's losing value every day and losing purchasing power every day? But it's the discipline that needs work. It's the focus on making sure that we're compounding good habits on a daily basis. And those habits are switching from focusing on saving something that's losing purchasing power and focusing on something that has the ability to appreciate in value, if not stabilize your financial position.
Yeah, completely agree. And I guess another thing, so I want you to think about how much you have in your savings account, and then also think about how much do you earn on average per year. So this talks about, I guess, the average full-time worker earns, and it breaks it up to the states. So the average worker earns around 90,000 per year, and WA it's around 98, different states, blah, blah, blah. But 80,000 if you're in Tasmania. I'm a high school teacher. I can tell you right now, I don't earn anywhere near 98,000. I definitely don't earn 90,000. So for me, again, I'm lower than this. So I want you to think about how much are you making per year, and are you even considered the average, or are you less like me? Because this is, I guess, what they consider average, and if you're earning that, then you got to start thinking of other ways of how do I make more money, or how do I protect the money that I do have? Because do you have 28,000 saved in your bank account like everyone else? They could consider, but we know majority of people are going to have around 3,000, which they just said before. So
okay, so and hypothetically speaking, when you actually look at this, even if you were to take that figure, just scroll up a bit there, right?
Yeah.
So if you were to take the figure off WA to the left-hand side there, 98,582.
Now because all the miners.
Yeah, and the other thing to consider is you take 20 odd thousand off that. If you're saving, if that's the average person, then you're having to live off 70. And if you've got a family, if you've got a family and you're say doing FIFO work, or you have to spend time away from your family, we know quality time is really important. And our goal is really overall is to buy back our time. And doing that with a linear income stream, if you guys don't understand Robert Kiyosaki, I would highly recommend you guys learn about the cash flow quadrant, because this is what we do. We're over on the right side. Over on the left side is where people, they exchange their time for money, and they exhaust all their time for money instead of creating ways to earn while they sleep and to stack assets that have the ability to appreciate in value long term.
Yeah. And another interesting thing about this statistics is how much do Australians need to earn to feel rich. So the average person would need to earn a staggering 329,000 per year. So does anyone earn that at their job, whatever it might be? So again, in order to feel considered rich, you need to be earning that much from your job. And if your job's never going to pay you that, then you need to start looking at other ways to make income, because we're in the 21st century and 2022. There's multiple ways now to create income, and earned income is probably trading your time for earned income is probably, I guess, the worst and slowest way to make money. So this is, and then again, it touches on the different generations. So baby boomers, obviously people are a lot older. So on average, where does it say about the baby boomers? So yeah, baby boomers have in their savings account about 50,000. Baby boomers were born around World War II. So you're telling me since World War II, they've only managed to have around 50,000 saved in their bank account. Something's got to change, because it sounds like a very broken system that if you're slugging away 50, 60 years and you only got 50,000 in your savings account, that to me, that sounds broken to me. Does that sound broken to you, Cole?
Yeah, totally. Look, I mean, there's two things that come to mind when looking at this. One is the lack of discipline. If you look at baby boomers and then Gen X, Gen Y, it just goes like this. It's sloping straight down. In other words, the generations that are coming through, that are coming into society now, lack the discipline. They're trained to be like consumers. They're trained to consume until there was no dollars in their bank account. Yeah. And the other thing too is the difficulty of living right now. Things are getting more difficult. Things are getting more expensive, right? It's not as easy as it used to be. And this is the reason why these stats they show what they show. They show the facts of what's actually happening right now.
And that's it. And we know that prices are constantly going up. Housing's gone up, electricity's going up, even just general food and fuel's going up. So it's getting more expensive to live every single day, but our wages aren't matching it. They're not even getting close to matching it. In America, they'd only gone up $4,000 on average in 22 years. So this is where, again, we need to start thinking of other ways to create income, because we're just relying on one wage. I can't see it ever getting up, and that's why I guess there's less people being able to save, because not only do they lack the discipline, but they can't. And we showed last week in the article that over nearly half of Australians run out of money before their next paycheck. So they don't have enough money to save as it is. And then I guess what we could look at, so this is talks about the average Australian saves, talks about put away. And then let's say we do decide to save, right? Let's say we do decide to save. We put it in one of these high interest savings account. So high interest savings account is like a regular savings account, but better. You earn a higher interest rate that you meet that when you meet a few account conditions.
Supercharge your savings.
Supercharge your savings. So not only is it going to be hard to save, but the little bit that you do save, put it in this amazing account, and we'll give you, the standard variable rate around 0.6%, or the maximum 3.6, 3.8, 4.3. I think 4.3 is the biggest. Yeah, 4.10, 4, 3.8, 3.6. I mean, it sounds exciting. Sign me up. We're like, not only do I want to save in dollars that they're just going to print trillions of it and devalue it constantly, I'm now going to put it in this amazing high interest savings account and get at max 3.6%.
And also understanding that the bank is using your money to make money. So you might be getting a staggering 0.6% variable rate. They're making hundreds of percent on your money. Oh, they're leveraging your money, like they're just killing it with your money. So it's important to understand that the bank uses your money to make money. They not only charge you to use the services with fees, but they also use your funds in your bank account to double down, triple down, 4x, 10x on the money that's in your bank account. So, that makes it, that should make you think why it takes 3 days to do an international transfer, because they don't want the money to leave that account. They take as long as possible, and really it's just an electronic transfer that should go straight in. But what's actually happening is they're still trading your money. Your money is put to work for them, not for you.
For every dollar you put in, they can lend out 10. So just so you know, in case you were unaware of that. But and let's say you do want to get that maximum rate of big 3.8%. You have to deposit $2,000 every month. But the average we just saw before is only saving around 700 and something. What did it say? Like 720, 702 each month. So find an extra 1,300, then come jump on this, and then we'll give you 3.8%. Oh, sign me up.
It's a good deal. Sounds like a good deal to me.
Oh, these banks.
Good deal.
So good deal. But then not only do they that, but because they print lots of money, because you've put your money in the bank and they've gone and lent out $10 for every $1 you've put in, we have what's called inflation. And now let's look at the inflation rates. So in October alone, new homes were 20.4%. So new homes went up 20.4%. We obviously have a housing crisis at the moment. People can't find rentals. People are trying to, get into the property market, build their houses. Well, in that month alone, it's gone up 20%. So your 3% is actually down, 17% just on the homes. Petrol prices have gone up nearly 12%. Fresh produce has gone up 9.4%. So everything you need to live, fuel, food, and a home, absolutely blow your 3% max that you're going to get from the bank out. Is this starting to make sense?
That's right. Bottom line is you need to have multiple streams of income, and you need to start buying back your time. This is key because, we live in an information age now, and you can do a lot of things from home, no matter what you choose to do. There are better opportunities, and there are opportunities that maybe have been presented to you before, but the bottom line is taking action. That's the key. That's the key. And that's what I did 2 years ago, is I just chose to take action. I just said, this isn't fair. Doesn't make any sense to me. It's time to create some changes. And, this is what we want to help you guys discover.
Yeah, definitely. Because obviously the old system, work really hard, save all your money. It's not working. It's broken. Because, what are you going to do? Work until you're 70, whenever your retirement you want to be, might not even be 70 by then, because you won't be able to afford it. Because that brings us on to our next step on looking at retirement. So what does it cost to retire? So when you want to retire, what are you going to need to be able to retire? Because, obviously once you stop working at that one income, they don't keep paying you because that's earned income. You don't make money when you sleep. You don't make money when you work. You have to continually be at work. So let's say you can't work, you get too old, you get injured, and you no longer can work. How much are you going to have to retire? So this is a good one, man. Let's say, for instance, that you do the sums and find your retirement lifestyle will cost you $40,000 a year. Let's say you've worked all your life and you're going, oh, beautiful, I can now retire, I can enjoy it, but I've only got $40,000 a year to live on. And you plan to retire at 65, have a life expectancy of 85, so you retire at 65, 20 years, you'll need around 800,000 to fund your lifestyle. So 40,000, I don't know anyone that could live off 40,000 unless you decide to just do nothing, kick back. You've worked your whole life, you've just gone, oh, I don't want to do a single thing, just want to sit at home. Then maybe you might be able to survive off 40,000 if you own your home. But if you're still renting because you couldn't get in the property market, you're going to need more than 40,000. All right.
Yeah.
But even on 40,000, you're going to need 800,000 to fund your lifestyle. So again, sleep is the biggest scam in the world. I won't go into it in detail. Well, you'll see in a minute. But do you have 800K in your super? Are you going to be close to having 800K in your super? Are you going to be able to survive a 40,000? Because, you know, who's to say in the next 10, 20, 30 years, things haven't even doubled, tripled, quadrupled again in price. So you might actually need 200,000 a year just to live off what would have been 40,000 then. So let's look at some of the other stats of what they put it down to. Like, all right, so let's say you want to retire with 50,000 a year, 70,000, 90,000, 100,000 a year. All right, so this table shows your goal is to retire with 70,000 a year from the age of 60. You'll need $1.1 million. But if you're happy to wait till 67, then you'll need 931 million or 931,000. So nearly a million. All right. And this table here shows you the ages of when you want to retire. So if say you want to live at 100,000, that's the median wage that we just showed before. Yeah. So let's say everyone aims for 100,000. If you want to retire at 67, I don't know how old you guys are, you work it out now. You're going to need 1.3. This is off today's rates, right? Who knows what the prices are going to be in the next, 20, 30 years. You're going to need $1.3 million. We just showed before on the article, baby boomers had only 50,000 in their savings. So do they have another 900 or no 1.2 something in super? I hope so. Because baby boomers are at retirement age now. And if you're not anywhere close to this, I know I'm not anywhere close to this, and I'm 32. So we have to start thinking of different ways. We have to start thinking of other avenues. We have to start thinking of how we can not only protect our wealth, but how we can grow it. Is there anything you want to add on to that, Cole?
Oh, I totally agree. I mean, the stats don't lie. History leaves clues. And, if you look back to what your parents have done and, what was created for us, we're put into a world really that we just know what we know. And that's the whole reason why we're here, because we want to showcase something that is going to help you guys understand that there's not just one pathway. The schooling system had programmed us to think that there's one pathway, that we have to work until we're 60 or 67 to then retire and be happy. But really, you have the ability to retire at 30 or 40, or when you choose to, when you feel like retirement age is for you. And that's based upon the decisions you make and, the investment choices you make, how you diversify, and how you position yourself in, what would be the greatest wealth transfer in history. So it is important to think about the choices that you're making now, and think about like your children as well. If you have kids, it's important, because think about the life that you're leaving for them. Think about the importance of what is going to be left when you're gone. It's really, really important, guys. So just have that in mind.
Yeah. And you can retire at any age. Once your residual income exceeds what your, weekly or monthly expenses are, you're free. You don't have to worry about anything then.
I
because-
think it's not really too much about retiring, and I want to touch on this as well. As like I don't really want to retire because I love doing
No,
this. You know,
exactly.
it's when you find something you're super passionate about, and you find something that you enjoy empowering people with, and teaching and educating, then retirement is not really an option. Like, the reason people retire is because they hate their job. And they don't really want to work, but they think that's the only pathway. And as I touched on before, it's not. And from my experience, you know, as you guys know, I was a coach for 10 years, and I loved being a coach, and I didn't do it for the money, because you can't make millions of dollars being a coach, trust me. But this is why I chose this pathway, because I knew it could, you know, exponentially give me the ability to build massive wealth while, you know, protecting my financial position, and then, you know, offering something for the children that I plan on having in the future, right? This is the goal. This is the reason, you know, why we help people with this sort of stuff, because it is important, and it is important to understand, get educated, plug in, and make sure that you're planning, you know, for your future.
Yeah, exactly. And again, judging off these status, this is only if you live an extra 20 years after you retire. I mean, if you plan on working your whole life to retire and then start enjoying life, you sure as hell hope it's longer than 20 years. So,
Well, that's another something that we can touch on maybe in the Christmas edition. Maybe we can touch on the average lifespan,
yeah,
right, of the average person, because I mean, if you're working until you're 67, I mean, you might only live until you're 80. So you've got 13, correct me if I'm wrong, 13 years
yeah,
to be free. Like, that just, to me, doesn't sink to me. It doesn't make sense.
no,
We're born to be free. We're meant to be free. So it's important to think about that. Don't feel like you're trapped because you're not. You do have other options.
yeah. And I guess that's what brings us on to what these other options are. Well,
All right, Ryan, you can kick us off.
what do you want me to do this one? All right. So these, I guess we're not just going to, I guess, talk about the issues, talk about what's going on, and then just say, you know, all the best, good luck. We do actually have, I guess, a solution to what is going on in this world, what is going on with the old system, and how you can, I guess, create a better lifestyle for yourself. And this is through, I guess, again, like we said at the start, through gold and silver. And this gold and silver is through this amazing membership benefits that we get. So again, you can see this wagon wheel, there's 10 different benefits, but like we always say, there's at least 15 to 20 benefits easily that we could touch on. And I guess a lot of the times we touch on ones that are not even on here. So I guess I'll start us off with one of my favorites, I guess, member benefits is the Auto Saver program. So the reason I love the Auto Saver program is that I know, because life gets extremely busy, you know, with kids, with work, with sport, whatever it might be, life gets in the way, life gets busy. So you often forget, or you often, you know, don't have time to do certain things. But at least I know on the Auto Saver program, every single month, I'm going to get gold or going to get silver sent to my house every single month. Without doubt, that will be coming. So I know at least every month, if I don't buy anything else, I'll be at least getting 1 ounce of silver. I'll be transferring declining fiat dollars to, you know, the number 5 asset in the world. So for me, the Auto Saver program is one of the amazing benefits. It really does, I guess, make it simple, makes it easy, make it without having to think. And if you are, like Cole has said, who's I guess often that he's a terrible saver, it makes it a lot easier that way. So the Auto Saver program, and this one is not on here, and I touch on it every time, but it truly is my favorite. And that is, again, the community. The community, the training, because like I said at the very start, when I first started, I knew nothing about gold and silver whatsoever. But because of the incredible people in this community, I was able to talk to people. I was able to ask questions. They were able to help me. They were able to educate me by sending me, videos, stuff to watch. And I was able to do the training in the back office that comes with this amazing membership. So for me, the community, hands down, everyone's so kind, caring, always willing to help, always willing to share their knowledge. So those are my two favorite that I would say at the moment. What about you, Cole?
For me, it would probably be the residual income for a lifetime, because because of like the journey that I've gone through. I've been in other companies before. I've been in other direct sales companies before, guys. And what I come to understand is you need to have a product of value. And when you have a product of value, it becomes so much easier to share it with more competency, with more belief, understanding that somebody's getting a product that they can actually hold on to, and they can hold on to long term, pass off to their children, is super empowering. And the residual income is just there. It's just another benefit. It's just something that allows us to, I guess, have more time. It allows us to be more creative. It allows us to do things that we love doing more often, spending time with family, creating more amazing experiences. And this is just the things that I've been doing over the last 2 years, especially since July, when I moved on from the gym and I left that space and I went full time with 7K. And the second thing would probably be, for me, would be the e-commerce sales. Understanding when, like, a lot of people ask me, like, Cole, like, it would be so awesome if I had my own website. So like with this, you can have your own website. You've got your own website. You got a whole heap of different range of collectible coins. We'll talk about it in a second. And bullion. So almost like it's your own broker. It's really, really powerful. And just knowing that you can send people to this particular website and help them get access and, I guess, penetrate one of the biggest markets in the world is so exciting. I just get excited every time I look at this wagon wheel, and I don't really know where to start, and I'm like, I don't know what I want to go for today. But those are the two that I've been excited about probably in the last week, because we've been putting more coins into the back office, where we're able to send people to our website and actually educate them and let them know about the amazing numismatic collectible coins that 7K offer.
Definitely, 100%. Do you want to, I guess, that'll bring us to the next one, the Sound Money Wallet. Do you want to just showcase that then? Is your internet working all right, do you reckon?
Oh, it's cracking out a little bit.
There you go.
Maybe I can try. I haven't got it open at the moment. I don't have it open at the moment, so
just show the video, do you reckon?
Yeah, just play it. We'll just move forward with the video this week.
Yeah, so basically, Sound Money Wallet is actually game-changing technology. I guess this one benefit alone is easily worth the membership, hands down. We normally show at an action live. Cole usually shows that and how easy it is to transfer between cash.
If you want to see that, if you want to see that, just jump onto our YouTube channel and just go back, and you'll be able to see us showing it live.
To see it there live. But we're going to showcase this video quickly, and this will explain, I guess, what is the Sound Money Wallet and how powerful it is.
If you're watching this video, chances are you're curious about gold and silver and have a few questions, like, why should I buy precious metals? What metals should I be buying? Who can I trust to buy them from? How do I know I'm getting a good deal? And how can I afford more? Well, you're not alone. Most people have these questions, and over the next few minutes, we'll give you an easy solution. Most people would say, I had a feeling it was important and a good idea to own precious metals, but really didn't understand why. So I didn't do anything. This lack of understanding has cost people a lot of money. And quite honestly, we don't want you to make the same mistake. We have watched far too many people struggle as the economy fluctuates, employment issues arise, or unexpected changes come up in life. Owning gold and silver can help shield you long-term against all these challenges. When we started 7K, it became a mission to help the average person get ahead by adding precious metals to their portfolio, no matter their knowledge or circumstances. We have already changed the precious metals industry by offering some of the best pricing without any minimums or maximums, period. We are now completely revolutionizing the industry and making it so anyone and everyone will be able to start buying precious metals. It doesn't matter if it's a significant amount or even just $1. The new technology provided by a partner company, Sound Money, will allow you to convert your cash to gold or silver instantly. There are no shipping wait times. There's no worry about where you're going to store it, and you'll sleep easy at night knowing that if you ever want us to send you the metal, it will be in the mail at the drop of a hat. Transferring cash, gold, or silver to other members is simple, and there's no spread costs. Let's say you wanted to send 1 ounce of silver to a friend. It's just like you would have taken it out of your safe at home and sent it to them in the mail, except it's instant, and you don't have to worry about postage, and it's much less expensive than shipping. Your friend will see the 1 ounce of silver reflected in their Sound Money wallet, and it all takes less than a minute. Being able to transfer metal instantly to someone else has never been done, and it's truly game-changing. So, you may be asking yourself, if they're willing to send me the metal from my Sound Money wallet silver account, does that mean they have it on hand somewhere? Yep. Every time you make a transfer from cash, gold, or silver in the Sound Money wallet, we carefully put that amount of gold or silver in a non-segregated Sound Money private vaulting space. When you request the metal be shipped to you, we simply take the metal you requested from the non-segregated vault space and send it to your front door. Between third-party auditing and Sound Money policy, we have to have an equal amount of physical silver or gold to meet the transaction rate in the Sound Money wallet. So, what about the security of the Sound Money private vault? Your metal will be sitting behind 4 layers of some of the most technologically advanced security possible. Now, one of the biggest questions we've found while helping people understand the real power of owning gold and silver is, what do I do if I need cash? The old way is that you would need to take it to a local dealer who would most likely give you several reasons why he can't give you what the metal is actually worth. Or you would need to contact an online buyer who typically has a $1,000 minimum. They would tell you a price over the phone only to be much lower after it finally arrives at their facility and they inspect it 4 to 6 weeks later. Not to mention the shipping that you paid. The traditional buyback program at 7K is much simpler and much more friendly than any other way. Now with the Sound Money wallet, it is hands down the best way to convert your metals back to cash if you get in a pinch. With one of the best buyback prices in the industry, no gimmicks, no minimums, and nominal transaction fees, you can instantly convert your gold or silver back to cash. No headaches, no hassle, just easy. So, whether you're a savvy investor who knows the power of gold or silver and the advantages of a private vault, or you're trading your first dollar for gold or silver, Sound Money will make it convenient and easy. You can finally be confident that the control is back in your hands from start to finish.
Like I was saying, it is the best technology. If you have $1, $5, $10, $100, $1,000, whatever you want, you can purchase gold or silver. So it means that if you only have $10 every month or every week to left over after paying all your bills and living, you can still get gold and you can still get silver and you can accumulate it. This is how powerful it is. It allows every single person, no matter their financial status, to be able to purchase the #1 asset in the world, or the #1 most undervalued asset in the world.
Yeah,
It is
fractional buying is awesome. Being able to buy parts of an ounce is really powerful. It's something that a lot of people have struggled to actually penetrate the gold and silver market purely because their mindset was it's for the riches. And you know, really it's not, and we have the ability to do that utilizing this technology. So it's so awesome.
Exactly. And again, it's instant. You can send it member to member, back to cash, gold to silver, however you like, get it delivered to you, have it there physically. The world's your oyster. And not only that, I just want to show something. Everyone's winning. So at the moment in the back office, we can get silver eagles for $36. All right, you try to go to JM Bullion, you're buying 1 to 19, you're looking at $41.32 on a check. If you're using a card, which most people do, you're paying $43. SD Bullion, all right, they're paying a little bit cheaper, $39.77. Credit card, $41.43. JM Bullion actually tried to buy this technology, and because they tried to copy it and they failed within 45 days. That's how powerful it is. And I guess this makes sense now. Why? Because they can't even compete on the price.
Mm.
You know, so everyone's winning no matter what. Not only are you winning because you're getting rid of your dying fiat currency, you're winning because it's a lot cheaper than the other places. Anything you want to add on to that, Cole?
No, I just like the idea of getting cheap silver eagles. I just love that idea. Oh, it's so good.
35 the other day. I was like, I'm going shopping.
Yeah, that's right. And I was the same. I was in there. As soon as I saw that 35, I was like, I'm in there. I'm going in.
Exactly. All right. So not only, I guess, do we have the Sound Money wallet, we have the community, we have the training, we have the ability to purchase as little or as much gold or silver as you like. We also have an incredible aspect on it called the collectible side of it. And this is where I guess you get rare, beautiful, valuable art pieces. And this is what we often call the offensive strategy. And that, you know, this doesn't derive from the price of gold or silver. This derives from the value that people are willing to pay for it. So we're going to show this quick video. And as we show it, a lot of different coins are going to pop up. You can see 2 on the screen at the moment. A lot of different coins are going to pop up, and you're going to, I guess, in the chat comments, let's get people chatting. We want you to put down what is your favorite coin that you see, or what would be a coin that you would purchase, or what is a coin that you maybe already have purchased. All right, so that's your little homework while you watch this video.
The collectible market has proven to be a robust way for wealthy families around the world to not only protect, but also grow their wealth, and more importantly, their legacy. A collectible usually has to be rare or low mintage, has to have unique or artistic designs, a great story, or have historic significance. So if you look at the paper this amazing Spider-Man comic book from 1962 is printed on, it's only worth a couple of dollars. In 2021, this comic book sold for a record $3.6 million. The person or family that bought this book was not buying the paper. They were buying the emotion, the art, rarity, story, and other things they found valuable about this book. In fact, most wealthy families that are playing the collectibles game are doing it not only for their financial protection or gain, but also to preserve their family legacy. If you look at the top 5 places wealthy families turned in order to protect and grow their wealth during the financial crisis of 2008, you will see that 3 of the 5 things are collectible in some way. And the other 2? Sound money. Unfortunately, not many families have an extra $1 million or $2 million laying around to buy high-end collectibles, nor would they even know where to start. But 7K is bridging the gap so that the average family can start playing the game with rare, unique, but also affordable collectibles through modern coins. In 2004, a coin called Tiffany Art No. 1 hit the market for about $90. Now $90 doesn't seem unreasonable for the average family to scrape together in order to add this incredible coin to their wealth portfolio. Today though, if you wanted to go buy this same coin, it would cost you at least $8,000. But the metal in the coin is only worth roughly $50 today. The additional value in the coin is due to the rarity, story, beauty, or whatever else a potential buyer finds to be valuable. That is the added leverage or offense collectibles can add to a wealth portfolio. You can see here just a few more examples of the same thing play out in other coins. Modern collector coins have a very good track record over the last 20 to 30 years of being a powerful tool inside of the offense of a well-rounded wealth strategy. 7K not only offers some of the best coins from around the world, but also designs and mints its own coins, giving 7K members exclusive or first access. 7K also makes adding cool, unique, and rare collectible coins extremely easy through one of the most powerful member benefits called the Autosaver. The Autosaver program takes all of the thinking out of collecting and leverages the experts at 7K to send you a rare and exclusive collectible coin every single month. It is truly a set it and forget it, zero discipline approach to automate your collectible asset stacking. You will just need to choose one of the options you like best and watch them show up at your door every month. There are other ways you can also take your stacking to the next level though, with your own shopping cart called 7K Selected and also special sales called Coin Drops. 7K provides many ways to win with collectible gold and silver. As you can see here, Eddie Spears has spent very little time to get a massive head start making sure a wealth legacy comes from him. All the same, Chris Latin Sr. says he collects both bullion and collector coins, and you can see he has built a very nice stack. He even claims it is now one of his most valued possessions because of what it will mean for him and his family in the future.
Oh, how good. Imagine buying some of those coins and just the equity that you get. So you're starting to see how through, I guess, this membership that not only can you protect your wealth through, #1 assets in the world that have, survived every single financial reset, have been around since the beginning of time, the wealth you've always used, but you can also grow your wealth through buying amazing, beautiful art pieces that often go up, well, not going to say often, but can go up in value. And I guess the thing I want to touch on here is, these are the top 5 things that the wealthy use to protect and grow their wealth in the 2008 financial crisis, which we just saw before in the US debt clock was around $10 trillion. Now we're at 31 point something trillion dollars. So exclusive real estate. So probably most of us won't be able to afford to get an exclusive real estate just yet. Fine art, rare coins, gold, and usable precious metals. So 4 out of 5, tick, 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 they come with this membership. If that's what the wealthy are doing, maybe, I guess, people should start, I guess taking notes and maybe copying what they do.
Especially when you look at that and you look at, those 4 there, and rare coins actually being the 3rd. From the bottom, which is interesting because a lot of the conversations I have, the awareness around collectibles, see that collectibles is such an untapped marketplace. A lot of people don't understand the collectible space. They don't understand the true value, and they kind of have this concept in their head that bullion and collectibles is the same thing or should be valued the same. They're valued very differently. Bullion is valued against the market value, and the market fluctuates. Collectibles, obviously, they have the actual same quality of silver in there, if not, well, obviously better because they're graded. But just bear in mind that the collectible space is actually determined by what the buyer is willing to pay, and that what the seller is willing to sell it for. So it's an open marketplace. There's no intermediary like the market determining what the value should be. It's based upon rarity, it's based upon the story, it's based upon the mintage rate of that particular project or coin.
Yeah, definitely. All right, just going to skip through a few of them.
Okay, cool. I'll touch on this one. So you guys are probably wondering, okay, like you talk about this membership, how do we get started? It's quite a simple process to get started. Obviously, you want to get back to the person that invited you to this presentation, but we're going to share with you how you get started and what steps you need to take, what options you do have. So you really have 2 options. You got the standard membership, which is kind of a little bit more to somebody that's wanting to dip their toes in the water, just to penetrate the marketplace and get used to how everything works. And that's $199. So you guys can see all the benefits there. Particularly a few that I really want to point out, and that's the training. If the education wasn't in there, I would have really struggled. It took me 8 months to understand this business model. And I actually started on the standard membership because I was so uneducated and in the precious metal space. I had no idea really what I was getting into. So I started small, and then the next year I was like, this is a no-brainer, right? I'm upgrading. And I wish I went with the premium earlier because it has so much more potential for somebody that's looking to actually, I guess, build this business. So there is a lot of business building tools in the premium. which is $4.99 annually. These are both annual memberships. And then you'll be able to select your autosaver after. So really get in where you fit in. Obviously, one is kind of like economy and the other one's a little bit more like premium, as if you're on a plane flight. If you look at it that way, it really summarizes it really well. So just, I guess, work within your means and just understand that you can upgrade at any time. So you do have that option.
Yeah. All right. So I guess this brings us pretty much towards the end of the presentation. We've talked about, I guess, the economy, what's going on. We've talked about, you know, the average earnings, the savings. We've talked about what you need to, I guess, retire comfortably, or not even comfortably, to retire and just make ends meet. And then we've shown you, I guess, how you can protect and potentially grow your wealth through buying the #1 asset and the #1 most undervalued asset in the world. But there's also a way in which you can get your time freedom back. And this is why Cole's been able to leave the gym and be able to move back home and spend more time with his family, because not only to get all these amazing benefits and I guess precious metals, but you also can have the ability to create a business through it and to create residual income. So then doesn't matter if you lose your job, or doesn't matter if you retire, because you've got residual income coming in that's going to continually pay whether you know you turned up to work or not. So I'm going to show this quick video explaining on how you can get paid as well.
So you want to learn more about how you get paid from sharing. Smart. There's nothing worse than the emotional pressure of not having enough money to pay the bills or be able to live the life of contribution. So right now, I'm going to show you how your life is about to change financially forever. It's super simple, and it goes like this. Our standard annual membership is $199, and our premium annual membership is $499. You can't go wrong with either of them. When you refer your first 2 memberships, you'll immediately have 2 teams and will now be qualified to earn commissions. So for simplicity, let's call them the right team and the left team. Every time a standard membership is purchased in your organization, you earn 50 rewards points, and a premium membership earns you 150 rewards points. In order to get paid, you'll need to accumulate 500 rewards points on your right team and 500 rewards points on your left team to earn a $500 commission check. For those who really want to make an impact and some serious income, we have different levels of achievement, and the higher your level of achievement, the higher your check. When you achieve the rank of associate, like I said earlier, you can earn up to $500 per week. As a copper, you can earn up to $1,000 per week. As a bronze, $2,000 per week. And as a silver, $3,500 per week. Now our golds are eligible to earn up to $7,000 per week. Our executive golds, $10,000 per week. And our presidential golds can earn all the way up to $12,500 per week. Share, earn points, and get paid. It's as simple as that. Now, let me ask you something. How much different would your life be if you had an extra $500 to $12,500 per week? What would you do? Would the financial pressure be gone? How big of an impact could you really make? You could almost feel the weight lift, can't you? Now, remember, you earn 50 or 150 rewards points for each membership in your organization. But you don't just earn points on the memberships. For each autosaver anyone in your organization purchases, you earn an additional point value starting at 15 points, depending on what option you choose. So whether it's a membership sold or a coin sold, you earn points. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if for any reason you want to sell your gold and silver bullion, we offer the highest buyback price. And with the new Sound Money wallet, we made things even easier with an instant purchase, instant buyback, member-to-member transfer, and a live dashboard showing you what assets you have available to you. And since each purchase of gold or silver eagles in Sound Money wallet are backed by physical gold and silver, we'll even send you your medal if you decide you need it. That's all there is to it.
That's pretty powerful.
That's powerful, right?
So obviously the experience that I've had with this, guys, is really awesome. You know, over the last 2 years, the initial first 8 months, I didn't really do anything with this business, and then I started to, you know, have a bit of a brain explosion and realize that it was important that, you know, I shared this with people and I helped people improve their financial literacy and plug in and get plugged into, I guess, the number 1 and number 5 asset by market cap in the world. So I'm excited. We're almost to the end of this presentation. We've got one more slide, I think, Ryan.
Yeah, one
more
more
slide.
But I guess before we do that, I'm excited as well, because, you know, we've looked at how much people make, how much they can save, and it's not, the stats don't look good. You know, like, so people, the old way of thinking needs to be thrown out with the washing, whatever, throw it out with the dog poo, get rid of it. Like, it's trash. It's not going to work. It's not, the stats show you it doesn't work. So as individuals, we need to start thinking, what are we going to do about it? There's no use complaining and whinging, because that's not going to fix it. Only you can fix it. Only you can take charge. And, you know, the only economy that you need to be worried about is your own economy. And once you get that sorted, you know, then you can help way more people when your economy is sorted. You can't help people when, you know, you're struggling to help yourself. So the best bit is, if you can't see your situation getting better, or you can't see your situation improving, then something needs to change. And you need to start doing different things, because you keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, then that's the, you know, definition of insanity. So we showed you how you can get, I guess, silver eagles cheaper than other places. We also want to show you, like, this is my dashboard. So this is, I guess, what my coins at the moment, again, that fluctuates, goes up and down depending on what people are willing to pay, but it's up 10% this year. So my coins that I've bought are up 10%. And again, it's not all of them. These are just my graded coins that I've put in, but it's up 10%. So that's, again, smokes that bank, that bank of 3 point something% maximum. You know, I'm winning all round, no matter what. That's if I don't even share it. And then you add on the fact that you can share it and make extra money and have, you know, residual income. I mean, what, like, just wins. That's literally, it's incredible.
So you want,
and I guess that's what brings us to the last bit of this is a legacy company, and we are working with the best in the industry. So NGC, I guess one of the biggest, if not the biggest, coin grader verification company in the world, and they verify our coins. So they put their name on it, saying, yeah, this is what it is. So we're working with them. CIT Mint, they have some of the only technology that can design some of the coins that we've got. So again, some of the best in the business. And then we also have, I guess, the legend Michael Miles Standish, considered the top 10 most influential for the coin industry. He's also, I often call him the Michael Jordan of the coin industry. And he works and designs a lot of our coins as well. So we're working with high caliber companies, high caliber people. And I guess this is why it's such a high caliber business, and why it is a legacy company, and why the one thing that we love the most about this is that they don't expire, they don't run out. We can pass on this to our kids. I don't even care if I don't make a single cent from this whatsoever. I know that if I say I die at 80, I'm living to 100, so 70 odd years from now, if I collect for 70 years and pass them on to my grandkids, they'll be extremely wealthy straight away. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about me. It's about the next generation. So that's what I get excited about this, and how incredible this company is. And I guess this is a 7K income disclosure statement. Again, not going to read it all, because, you know, I can send it to you. But I guess the main thing I want to touch on is that majority, 85% of those who buy 7K products each month are simply customers who love our products and are not participating in the 7K share plan. All right, so that our company is built around customers. And when you have a strong customer foundation, it's going to stay solid. People aren't going to go anywhere, and that's businesses do well when they have a high client base. So I guess that's what I'm excited about this. Again, like we say all the time, we aren't, I guess, financial advisors, nor do we want to be. We're not accountants, nor do we want to be. So no, we're just showing you our experience, showing you, and I guess what we believe in, and educating what we believe in. So yeah, just putting that out there as well. Is there anything you want to add on to that, Cole?
No, I just want to say thanks for everybody that's joined tonight. We have one more presentation for the year. It's been an amazing year, 2022. Very, very interesting year. But we appreciate you all. We appreciate your guys' time. We value your guys' time. And we look forward to seeing you. Oh, you guys probably look forward to seeing me in a Santa hat. So if we can make that happen.
Costume.
Costume. It's I'll have to get in the Christmas spirit. I'll see if I can find my Christmas shirt. I used to have a Christmas shirt. So if I can get that, Ryan's gonna dress up in a Borat suit. That sounds like a deal.
Don't tempt me.
That sounds like a deal.
I've been known to get in one once or twice. So don't tempt me.
All right, guys. So we're gonna close out for tonight. Enjoy your night. Have an amazing weekend. And just make sure that you're thinking about these things that we talked about tonight. And make sure you're thinking about leaving a legacy for your family. Be selfless, not selfish. I'm going to leave you with that.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Have a lovely night.